Guess who's back, folks? It's your boy, Andy Baryer, Handy Andy from handyandymedia.com. It's another day, another product from Raycon. Yes, that Raycon. Ray J. Y'all know Ray J? Brandy's little brother. Well, Ray J has been making these like earbuds and different audio speakers and stuff called Raycon. And I've been reviewing a lot of those products, and we got a new one today, the biggest. Is it the baddest? Well, we're going to find out. Look at this thing. Oh, this thing's huge. This, my friends, is called the Raycon Power. Does it got the power? Well, we're going to find out. What you can tell is this is a 360-degree omnidirectional speaker. It is freaking big. Probably the biggest 360 speaker that I've ever reviewed. So we're going to go a deep dive and see if Ray J's actually got something good or not, because I'm becoming an expert on Ray J's technology, and y'all in for a treat. Because of YouTube, I can't play popular music. I wouldn't play Ray J's music because that's not popular. But because of it'll get flagged. Your boy is going to be playing some of his own music that he produced back in the 20s. So you're in for a treat. So what do you say, man? Let's get this show on the road. Alexa, turn the studio lights on. Folks, sit back, relax, get your popcorn ready. Cue the intro. So like I mentioned, this is a big old speaker. And what's really interesting is that they say it only weighs about like 10.5 pounds. But I swear to God, this thing weighs more. I even tried to measure it on my scale. But I got a smart scale that you actually have to have like you have to be like a human. It has to touch and like, you know, send that electricity through it. So even putting this on my scale, it wouldn't register. So I don't really know if it is 10.5 pounds. But I'll tell you what I did. When I took this out in my backyard, I started doing freaking shoulder raises with this, just like this. Oh, this thing's freaking heavy. And it was pretty heavy. So I don't know if this is 10.5 pounds or not. It is freaking heavy. I do like the fact that it has that handle in the back. It makes it easy to carry. But because of the weight, you probably notice that you're going to have to switch hands, especially if you're like, I don't know, going camping and you're trying to take this to a campsite. You know, it's going to be heavy. You better be pretty freaking strong if you want to get this speaker. Now, as I mentioned, it is an omnidirectional speaker, so the sound goes everywhere. There are these tweeters, there's 4 of them, that are strategically placed so that the sound goes everywhere. In the middle over here is a subwoofer, and that was pretty cool because I was cranking my music, and my music's got a lot of low end, and I actually zoomed in and I can actually see the subwoofer just going nuts, just bouncing like the old sub I had in my system I had in my dad's truck when I was 18. Yeah, I was one of those guys, man. I had the big sub in there and just like, you know, how low can you go? I was trying to get it low and low. Interesting that surprised me about this is I only thought there was one sub, but then I noticed when I looked at the bottom that there's another sub over here. So you got 2 subs and these 4 tweeters around it. Now there are LED lights built in. There's actually one just underneath the top here that's facing down, and also one over here. But it's not that bright. Let me just turn this on. Hold on. Before I turn it on, if you watch my other Raycon videos, I always make fun of Ray J because of this. Let me just turn this on. This is the dumbest sound ever. Hold on.
Raycon. Power on.
That has got to be the worst voice prompt that I've ever heard.
Hearing mode.
And you can see the LED lights over here.
Connected.
It's not that spectacular. It is not that impressive. Clearly, I like the lights. I like LED lights. And y'all could have done a better job. Like, for instance, all these tweeters here. Yo, put some freaking lights, put some LEDs on this. Put some LEDs on. Ray J, what's wrong with you, man? You're not coming to R&D meetings? You missed that? Do you literally turn your speaker on and hear that Raycon and say, yeah, that's awesome? Maybe that's why your music was so whack. The only reason, oh man, I'm going on a rant here. But Ray J, you're not that, you weren't that talented, okay? And you know, if you're gonna put out a speaker, at least listen to it. Or call your boy. I'll tell you the truth, man. Because you got a bunch of yes men who aren't listening to you. Or you're not listening to them. Somebody ain't listening. You need your boy over here to tell you what's up. Okay. Sorry for the rant. I don't know why. I just keep ranting Ray J. And tell your sister Brandy to call me. Oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble. Anyways, I digress, folks. In terms of the design, all of the controls are right on the top, and they have a couple of interesting ones. There's a multi-link button. Now, multi-link means if you got two of these powers, you're gonna be able to sync them up and get stereo sound. Here's the thing, okay? So Raycon makes all of these speakers, and all of these speakers have multi-link buttons. So one rational assumption would be that you could connect multiple Raycon speakers together. No, it has to be the exact same Raycon speaker. So I have another one called the Boombox at the time of this review. So I was like, let me see if I can, sync these two together and try this multi-link. Because every time they send me these products, they send me one. Why you send me one if it's got multi-link to do two? I think people want to see that. But I tried it with the other speaker. It doesn't work. So multi-link only works with one. Now, in terms of connections, the thing that I did like is that it does have a built-in FM player. So let's go ahead and turn that on. And I won't put it on too long just because YouTube's going to freaking flag this. So let me go ahead and switch. Listen to this.
Radio FM mode.
Sounds like crap there, but the music actually sounds good.
Roman is changing that.
Oh, there you go.
Starting
Commercial.
January 1st.
So anyways, I think that was kind of cool because
Pairing mode.
I could see that you're like camping.
Connected.
And maybe you don't want to connect your speaker. You just want some background music, or you got a favorite station. You have the option to do that. It's great for like, even if you're gardening in the backyard, man, don't want to use your phone. You don't have to. You can just go ahead and do that. Now on the back over here, there is no back. It's 360 degrees. What am I talking about? If you open up this flap, what you'll notice is that there is a 1/4-inch microphone headphone jack. So you want to get your drunk karaoke on with the power. Maybe sing the song by Snap, I Got the Power. It's a hard one to sing, but you can do that with this baby. Unfortunately, there is no microphone included with this. Like, really, how much does a microphone cost? Like, Ray J, this thing is up in this is an expensive speaker. I don't want to say the exact price because it'll probably change, but it's over $300 at the time of this review. $300, man. Give me a little something, Put a freaking microphone in there. I'm sure you can get one relatively cheap. Man, I got a freaking condenser microphone on Amazon for like $25, like one of these. I had to try it out. Had a lot of noise, but in Adobe Audition, you can actually get rid of the noise, but I should maybe make a video from that. I digress. Let's talk about Ray J and his Raycon. So you have the ability to do that. There is, of course, USB. So you could use this as a power bank, maybe charge your devices as well. But most people are going to use Bluetooth, go right off their phone. Speaking of Bluetooth, one thing that this doesn't have is a party speaker, other than the lack of LED lights. Like, come on, man, that's whack. The other thing that they don't have is dual Bluetooth pairing. And essentially that allows two devices. So you and your friend can both connect to this and then play music back to back, or one guy can be DJ and then the other guy can take a turn and do that. They got to make a rule, okay? Any party speaker should have that feature built in. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. We have the technology. Ray J, get into those R&D meetings and say, what about dual Bluetooth pairing? My boy Ando, who wants to hit on my sister, keeps telling me I need that. Ray J, man, put it in. So that is another thing. If you're going to get a party speaker, you want dual Bluetooth pairing. Trust me on this one, okay? I know a thing or two about partying, and I know a thing or two about Bluetooth, and I know you want dual Bluetooth, because otherwise someone like me is going to be DJ all through the night, and everyone's going to get loaded because I know how to party. Anyways, I'm just digressing all over the place. In terms of sound quality, well, of course I want to show you what it sounds like, but because of YouTube, they can keep flagging all these popular songs. So what do? I go into my old crate of all the beats that I used to make back in the day, and I found some with some low end bass, and I played this in my backyard. So I'm gonna stop talking, and I'm gonna y'all in for a treat. You get to hear some unreleased music from your boy. My producer name was Ando. So let's go ahead and listen to some Ando tracks on the Ray J's Raycon power speaker. Let's cut to that right now. So you can tell just by listening to that there is a lot of low end on this. It can get loud. I didn't even crank it at full volume. I like my ears. I'm like close to this thing. But trust me, if you want power in your speakers, this will do the job. It is expensive though, you know. I'm just trying to figure out like how many units are these guys going to sell on this one, because there's not enough lights. It doesn't have Bluetooth pairing. And it has a big price tag. But that said, it does have a loud sound. So at least they did something right on that front, because you can't call it the power if it doesn't got the power. But it does got the power. It's also got some weight to it. It even has an FM stereo. And like I said, the ability to do some drunk karaoke, which is always very therapeutic. If you haven't tried it, it's good for you. Just make sure no one's recording you on their smartphone, because you don't want to actually hear your voice when you're sober up. It never sounds good. True story, by the way, of karaoke. I got a friend who sang Beastie Boys' Sabotage and like literally like destroyed his vocal tracks from doing it. So avoid that. Avoid sabotage, because it will sabotage your voice. And that's not even pun intended. It's like real talk. Anyways, folks, Ray J, how many speakers are you going to put out in the market, okay? And you know what? Go into the R&D. Tell your sister to give me a ring. You know, she needs a producer. I got beats. I haven't heard a Brandy song in a long time. Where Monica be at these days? Is the boy, are they still fighting over that boy? All these questions I want. Tell your sister to call me, or just slide into my DMs, okay? Brandy, I got you, girl. Anyways, folks, hope you enjoyed this review. I know Ray J did it, but that doesn't matter. It's okay. It's okay. His career's not doing well anyways. So he's trying to sell you speakers, and your boy here, my career, it's doing pretty good. Not good when I have to review Ray J speakers, but it's all right. I'm gonna let you guys know what I think about the Raycon Power. If you like this video, you think I'm crazy or whatever, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave your comments below because I always answer them. And of course, hit up my website, Handy Andy Media, to find just everywhere you can follow me, man. Instagram, Twitter, you have it. Once again, I'm your boy, Andy Baryer, Handy Andy from handyandymedia.com. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.